So far I have something that looks like this, where we have these guys randomly popping up, and I can click on them and stuff and get a score. But what I want to do instead is actually have them come from the left and right. Okay. So what that means is when I do the enemy spawn, I'm going to have to do a couple of things here. So what we're going to do is make kind of an addendum to this part here. So first off, what I got to do is I got to basically have two options. It's got to either be the left or it's got to be the right. Okay. And then once I find that, then I can kind of, you know, determine that. So I'm going to make a variable, and we're just going to call it enemy num. All right. So for the enemy number, which will be a, see if we can get away with an int. And I am going to set that equal to math.random times 2. Like that. Okay, so basically it's going to randomly choose a number between those two. And just to make sure that this is working, I'm going to do trace. And we're just going to do enemy num. And I just want to make sure that that is in fact working. And I just want to see what numbers it comes up with. Make sure it's like even. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, I was like, it's just doing the same thing. Okay, good. Seems pretty random. Seems pretty even. Good. All right. So it's going to randomly come up with those two numbers. And then I'm going to use that for the next part here. So I'm going to say if the, I mean, I could use a switch. Now we'll just do if enemy num is equal to 0. Okay. You're going to do what's in here and tab. We're going to do another one. If enemy num is equal to 1, you're going to do this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to have a position for the left and position to the right. And I'm also going to have, what do you call it? I'm also going to have, like, I'm going to grab different ones. Okay. So, probably the best way to do that is to actually just grab this part here. So I'm just going to control X, and I'm going to do the top one, and then I'm just going to paste it for the bottom one. So it shouldn't be a big deal. So, oops. And I'm going to paste it inside of here so that it's all good in that which we call the hood. All right. And I'm going to put a space in between to make it a little bit easier to read. I'll put a space there. Okay. So I'm going to work on this right here. And basically I just say if the enemy is equal to 0, you can go ahead and make a variable enemy movie clip. And instead of enemy, which is what it currently is, which is that random one, we'll say 0 is the left side, and we'll say 1 will be the right side. That seems pretty good. So instead of enemy, I need to make enemy run left. So we'll say N run left. Okay, so en. Good, and I'll do the same thing here. Control V, and this will be to, oh great, didn't copy it. Control A, okay, we'll just do en run right. Okay, so instead of enemy, it'll be en run. So he's going to go from, I'm going to say it left is on this side, so it's actually run right is what I want. Run right. All right, so it's going to select that one. And now what it's going to do here is just randomly choosing a position on the X and the Y. Now the thing is, I don't want to randomly choose the X position. I can keep the Y. The Y is actually fine because that'll make sure it's up and down in the right spot. But the enemy X is the left and right position. That actually, I have a very specific number I want, which I don't even know what it is yet. So I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this enemy run right, we'll plop it over here, and I just need it to be off screen. So we'll say right there, and I'm just going to look to see what position X is. So it says minus 110. Works for me. So I'm just going to do minus 110. So it's going to be minus 110. And the Y position will be random. We already had that before. I turn that off. And that should be good. So I think that's all I need. Let me copy this. Control C, enter Control V, and this time it's going to be run left, right? And enemy, blah, 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 blah. And the X position for the run left, this guy here, we're going to get him kind of close-ish. We'll say right, come on. Say right here, and let's see the properties. His position is 607, so I'm just going to delete him. So for here, for the enemy X, it's just going to be 60, we'll just do 610, just to make it an nice even number. Okay. And that looks okay. So let's see, let's hit Control Enter and see what this looks like. See if this is working. So you can see he's running left, some running left, some are running right. You know, great. Okay. Now the hit thing doesn't work, and that's because I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Okay, the hit doesn't work because it's still testing for is enemy. So we just got to switch that to these two here. So it's going to be n run right, and then we'll do or, and I'm just going to copy this. Control V. Is and run left. And let's see if make sure that works. Okay, and boom, that one's going, that guy's going, that guy's going. Where's all my guys on the other side? They're running from one side here. Oh, they're up there. I see them up there. They're all escaping. Oh, there they are. Yeah, okay. There. Okay, I guess they were just. Okay, well, you see. Okay, it's working. Okay, and my score is adding up, and that's all good. Okay, so basically you can do the left or the right. That's fine. Good. So that's all working pretty well. That didn't take an awful lot. Now, the other thing I would like to do, it might be a little bit more difficult. We'll see how this works. Is I would like that when I click on them, and after I remove them, I would like to instead add in this. Where are you? Enemy dead, I think is. There's enemy dead, and then there's dead cone. One's animated, one's not. Let me see. Is this? I think dead cone. I think yeah. Enemy dead doesn't look like it has any animation. So we want dead cone. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll just do n dead. All right. So now I know that's my linkage. So what we're gonna do is first. Actually, I gotta do this before we destroy that thing. Okay, we're gonna say event.target. Let me get it. Okay. Event.target. I don't know if this is gonna work. X. What I want to do is I'm gonna set. No, I gotta make a new object first. Okay, hang on a second. So we gotta set up to make a new object. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do a variable, and we're gonna call it, I guess enemy dead, and that will be of the type movie clip. Okay, and that will be constructed from a new endead. Okay, so we'll make it from there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do enemy dead dot x space equals. I want it to be where we click that target of where we selected. I want it to be in the same locale as that. So hopefully this will work. I don't know if this will actually work or not, honestly. Dot y and event.target.y. Okay, let me just hit Control Enter and see if this is going to give us an error. Expecting, so 65. Oh, looks like it's not mad, but I don't know if it wasn't reading the rest of it because that was no good. Yeah, duplicate, that doesn't matter. Okay, well, it didn't get mad. All right, so Alright, so we're going to find out those two things. We're going to create it, and then after this is dead, I'm going to go ahead and do add child, and we're going to go ahead and add the enemy dead and see if this works. Alright. Alright, you can see that didn't work at all. Okay. Alright. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Alright. Let's try this. Okay, variable enemy dead, movie clip, new and dead. Hang on a second. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure why that wasn't working. But I'm thinking what's happening is maybe it's equal to what that position is. Maybe when it gets removed, it loses that. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is just sort of a hack. It's not a good way of doing it. But I'm going to do mouse Y and mouse X. And what that's going to do is it's basically wherever the mouse is, which is going to be centered on the mouse, it's going to put the position there, which is where I'm shooting. So they're going to be a little bit off, but I don't know, it'll just look like I hit them harder. So now if I hit Control Enter, you'll see that when they run across, let's see, and we gotta wait, and there's one, boom, and he goes, oh no, and then I'll wait, and come on, there we go, and get over there, there we go, and boom, and you can see that they will pass away. Alright, good, and we got a score. Alright, so, that's pretty good right there. So what I'm going to do is, I think I got everything I need. So I'm going to save it here. So just Control S to save. And then the next video will finish this up. Okay, we don't have to do anything special for it being mobile because we're just clicking. So that will be the same if you just tap it on a phone. So I don't have to do anything special for that. All we're going to do is basically just add a start and a end screen. That'll be it. Okay, so that'll be in the next one.